let's get started. Well, to anyone who's watching, welcome to the stream. As always, I'm broadcasting from the courier ship Wishful Thinking across the far reaches of the JumpNet. And looks like you're getting my signal loud and clear. So today, let's go to our chat screen. Oh look, hello world. You always gotta test your software before you use it. So today we will be playing Homeworld Deserts of Kharak. This is a prequel to the Homeworld 1 and 2 games. It's a ground-based RTS as opposed to a three-dimensional space-based game, which is a bit of a departure for the series, but nonetheless, it's an absolutely beautiful game, and I think it's quite enjoyable to both play and watch. So without further ado, let's move on to the campaign. Alright, here we are. The menu screen already shows you the aesthetic of the game. Deserts, large vehicles, as you can see the individual right here by the tire of the vehicle is quite small. Alright, let's begin. Oh, nope. Apologies. I've played this game before, so I have history with it. And continuing, put us onto the last mission. Ignore that for a minute. We'll be right back. Okay. Perfect, we've unloaded. Let's go back. Alright. Campaign. Let's do the tutorial. It's been a while since I've played this. Let's do it on normal. That's the way the game was designed to be played. As you can see, the game has a very interesting aesthetic. It's reminiscent of the sensor manager from Homeworld 1 and 2, but thrown onto a ground combat. And here we go.
In this tutorial, you'll learn the basics of how to play.
Please let me know if the audio is too loud or too quiet. The music in this game is fantastic. As far as I'm aware, parts of it were done with a live orchestra.
Objectives are displayed on the left. These are your gameplay goals.
Strike
Right.
responding.
Move selected units by clicking the right mouse button on a position.
I appear to be using the wrong mouse in my virtual environment. Allow me to switch. Here we are, much better.
Push up to that point. We're moving up.
Standard right mouse click movement. Nothing too special.
Hold shift when issuing commands to cue them.
Prep for displacement.
Yeah, shift moves are absolutely vital. This game is all about outmaneuvering your enemy, anticipating the movements.
Cleared for move.
And I managed to fail that in the first second. I moved in the wrong order. Finally, here come the lines.
Next, you'll learn how to control the game camera.
Please unlock the camera.
Scroll the mouse wheel to zoom in and out.
Oh, look at that level of
Hold
detail.
the right mouse button and move the mouse to rotate and pitch the camera. Try
Light
this
attack
now.
vehicle, the LAV. This is your
Press
bread and butter
backspace
unit.
to reset the camera to its default orientation. Panning the camera is just as easy.
Standard RTS controls, nothing too difficult.
Press the arrow keys on your keyboard, or hold down the middle mouse button and move the mouse. Pan the camera to the command carrier now.
Alright.
Information about selected units is displayed in the bottom left. Command buttons like Attack and Move are displayed in the bottom right. This is a command carrier. It produces units for combat and resourcing.
Big old vessel.
Mobile headquarters. Durable but lightly armed.
Let us know.
Copy.
You can press
That's a bit of an understatement.
to select your carrier at any time.
Carrier eventually can get rather powerful.
Move the carrier to the marked position.
Alright. Carrier moving
Press
out.
the F key to focus the game camera on selected units. The camera will follow focused units while still allowing you to zoom and rotate. Pan the camera in any direction to break focus.
Look at that behemoth. Absolutely monstrous.
Press the spacebar to open the Sensors Manager.
Now this looks like Homeworld. These
You can select
blue
and
spheres
move
indicating your
units
line
from
of
the
sight,
Sensors Manager.
and the silhouettes around
Red
the units.
icons represent enemy units. White icons represent your units. Your selected units are green. Orange and blue triangles represent resources. Blue
Very
domes
standard
represent the sensor
RTS
range
gameplay.
or vision of your units. Enemy units within contact range are marked with a red circle. As your units get closer, they'll be in sensor range of the enemy. At this point, you will see each enemy unit clearly.
Alright. I believe we'll be under attack shortly.
When issuing an
Oh,
attack
no.
move command, you'll see a red line drawn between the selected unit and the mouse cursor. When this line appears broken, the selected unit cannot fire on its target. This indicates
Yeah,
that
terrain
high
is a
terrain
pretty important
or
part of this
obstacle
game.
is blocking
Little hills can
units'
block
line
your
of fire.
line of fire.
You will therefore have to move units around the obstacle or onto high ground in order to achieve a clear line of fire.
You can use
Select
smoke
light attack
screens.
vehicles and
You
use
can
them to
use
destroy the enemy units.
Use a
You can
lot of
right-click an enemy
techniques
unit to attack,
to
or
both
press
open up
A
and block line of
left
sight.
click to attack move.
It's confirmed.
To command your units to attack a group of enemies, hold the control key and drag a
Right.
box around the target enemy units.
Just like in Homeworld. Drag select attack is rather helpful. Let's regroup these units before we get an attack.
Coordinates confirmed. Got
Alright.
eyes on hostile. Strike craft taking effective fire.
Enemy strike craft.
Hostile strike craft down.
Beautiful effects with the dust and the explosions. They really got the art style down for this
Select
game, I
the
think.
Command carrier now.
Go.
The command carrier has a unique power shunting system used to manage combat and production capability. Add all available power to the turret network system.
Alright, powering up the turrets.
Weapon systems online.
Hostile on sensors. Authentication pending.
So the turrets, as you can
Enemy
see,
forces are
the
attacking
more
the
power
turret.
points we put into
Destroy
them, gives us... Oh, did they mess that up? Oh, yeah.
Alert. Carrier is taking fire.
So yeah, more power to the weapons gives us more missiles per shot, and gives us more shots for every turret. Turrets are on the side of the carrier, so you do have to play a bit of an alignment game.
Pressing the move or attack move command button displays the terrain overlay. While the terrain overlay is active, some terrain is color shaded to display its relative height. The three colors of the terrain overlay represent high ground, low ground, and neutral ground. When a unit takes position on the high ground, it deals extra damage when attacking units on lower terrain. The enemy have deployed armored units. You'll have to find another way to defeat this enemy force. Railguns are most effective when firing from long range. However, they can be easily overwhelmed by short-range strike craft, like light attack vehicles.
Oh, there we go.
Tracking hostiles.
So, there are a number of ways to...
Tracking hostile.
Each vehicle has essentially a counter in this game,
A number key.
Enemy
and this
contact.
is a
Select the
description
units
of what's
in
going
control
on here.
by pressing the corresponding number key.
Alright, let's control group our LAVs to be group 1,
Go for armor.
double click on the assault vehicles, group 2,
To intercept the enemy.
and control 3.
Select the light
Railguns
attack
are now
vehicles
3.
and left-click the boost ability button. Then issue a move command.
Alright, let's knock out these railguns using our speed boost to get in range without taking as many
Crews score
casualties.
kills in combat, they'll earn veterancy. Veterancy improves combat ability.
And
To save
boost.
veterancy, select a vehicle and mouse over the ability button in the lower right corner of the command.
Railguns are powerful, but they have a hard time targeting, as you can see by that turret
Visible
barely
on
being
the
able to
health bar
track.
in the main game viewport. Repair and preserve veteran units.
On our way.
When your forces are outnumbered, veteran troops can turn the tide of battle.
The captain.
So, in regards to repairing, let's turn on the carrier's
Be advised,
repair systems
carrier repair systems
so we can fix some
online.
of our LAVs.
Ready. Coordinates confirmed.
Right, so LAVs, as these enemy ones,
Op
are vulnerable to armored attack vehicles. These guys here. These are basically tanks with an absolutely enormous autocannon.
We copy. Board has been updated with hostile trackers.
Yeah, that is several Terran tank guns strapped together in an enormous package. Let's see them in action.
Contact.
Knock 'em out.
Wipe them out. We've got hostile on sensor. Confirm visual.
Ah, there's more LAVs.
Armor vehicle
Let's
taking
reselect the
effective
attack
fire.
box.
Counter. Engage.
Yeah, they stand no chance. Yeah, this passive ability right here, where they slow down whatever they hit, is fantastic. Really does make them the built-in counter.
Reading. Gun on. Steady fire.
Does take a while though. LAVs are maneuverable.
Target locked.
All operators, CENTCOM, please refer to your screens for updated analysis on Gaussian craft.
Alright,
They've copied. Passing
that task is done.
All systems green.
Now let's use our railguns to blow apart the armored vehicles. So as you can see, the railgun has a special passive ability that is not yet enabled, but eventually becomes the best armor cracker
Online.
that you have till you can straight up overpower enemy armor with
No hostile contact.
cannons of battle cruisers or other heavier vehicles.
We get a snag. We're clear to proceed. Party.
Railguns are incredibly frail, unfortunately, so you have to protect them.
New location marked.
So we're about to crest this hill.
Tracking armored craft on approach. Hostiles at
Alright, let's begin firing. We outranged them by quite a ways.
Go ahead.
Move up, railgun.
Through. Receiving.
Keep firing.
Enemy armor disabled. Carrier. Unidentified contact. Designated hostile.
Ah, we get aircraft now.
The enemy has deployed a mixed attack force. No single unit type will excel at destroying this target. However, aircraft can attack this force with impunity.
Alright,
Placing now.
Select the command carrier to launch aircraft.
so we will launch
By selecting
aircraft
carrier
into the
and
position
the launch ability button.
that's indicated on the screen, and they will essentially patrol there and attack. Although we can manually select them and redirect them.
While deployed,
They pick out their own targets.
selected and issued commands just like other vehicles.
Destroyed.
Once their ammunition is depleted, aircraft will automatically return to the
Let's select everything we have
and repair.
and send them out to attack.
New heading set.
Look at these animations. Fantastic.
Trackers designated. Operators to confirm.
The level of detail.
CENTCOM for lockdown ready.
Alright, the enemy is not attacking.
Move order confirmed.
So let's go in with everything we have.
On our way.
Oh, here come more. Let's back up and wait for our aircraft to reload and do some more airstrikes. Dissuade them from any silly ideas they may have.
Attack vector.
Excellent work. You have completed the tutorial. You're
Good,
ready to
that's
explore
over with.
the vast deserts of Kharak.
Alright. Next mission. Epsilon Base. The start of the campaign. So this is where our story begins. I'll try not to talk over the narrative cutscenes since they do have quite good exposition.
Our planet is dying. The desert grows with every passing year. The world is at war. But there is hope. An object has been detected deep within the Great Banded Desert. It has been called the Jiraki object, the primary anomaly. We believe it may hold the key to our salvation. An expedition to retrieve it is being prepared.
The artwork here is fantastic. The painted style, I think, really pays tribute to the original games, even if it is mixed with modern motion capture techniques. Look at that transition from pre-rendered to in-game engine. So if I recall correctly, one of the interesting things about this game is the way that the netcode was thought of ahead of time for multiplayer, and that vehicle movement and attacks are all predetermined essentially by the engine, and the actual movements are then essentially replicated by the graphics engine.
Clearance to approach.
Like even if a base runner is jumping, it doesn't necessarily mean that affects any outcome of the actual statistics in the background. It just means that there's an effect that was determined to be appropriate.
Galcian attacks have been launched against multiple coalition bases. The northern frontier is under attack. The launch of our expedition carrier, the Capisi, has been accelerated. This is the captain of the jet carrier Capisi. All crews, Hangar 5. Stand by to initiate rollout sequence.
Loading control module now. Stand by.
Engage main drive.
That is an absolutely cavernous hangar bay. There's some towns out there that are smaller than the surface area of the carrier. And the Capisi is ready.
Online. Resource control system online. Unit status online. Command system online. Objective tracking online. All control systems successfully installed and online.
Thank you, Rachel.
Systems confirmed. Rachel, redeploy to your base runner.
Copy that.
Attention all stations. This is fleet intelligence for the expedition carrier Capisi. I will be issuing all mission objectives through this channel. Before departure, we need to run essential tests on our key capabilities.
Look at her.
Resource salvaging and
What an
combat operations.
absolute unit.
Time is of the essence, so let's run through these quickly. Fleet operations? Is your
Thick
channel
with
clear?
2 C's, as they say.
I will be providing all non-critical updates on unit production, research, resource salvaging, and all carrier systems through this channel.
Alright, Rachel, what do you got for me?
Stand by to initiate production test.
Science officer responding.
Capisi, go ahead.
Alright.
Deploy a salvager from the command carrier Capisi.
So salvagers are the core of our economy. We're gonna need a number of them. We can only build one right now. Let's see. Y is the rally point. Let's rally them near the resources.
Salvager online.
Stand by to commence resource test.
Alright, come on, buddy. Time to salvage.
Order the
Look at this cute little guy.
nearby resources.
He's got his weird little dish. He's got a grabby arm. Little cargo container. He's a friend. Oh, there you go, buddy.
Rachel, the Capisi support cruiser has suffered a mechanical failure.
Oh.
It requires immediate repairs before departure. Salvager ready. PDA active.
Awaiting orders.
Where is that
Use your
cruiser?
base runner to repair the support cruiser located here.
Ooh, that doesn't look good. Rachel, you really should get on that.
We're clear to move.
Come on, Rachel. Get a move on.
Just when we were getting comfortable.
I should not be clicking like a madman.
Okay, time to roll. Get that unit back online. Move. Initiating repairs. See you.
The blue beam of healing.
Cruiser ready.
So the support cruiser is one of your first big ships that you get. And I say ships as in
Good work, Rachel.
as in any kind of vehicle. There are no actual marine vessels or space vessels in this game.
Invest time and resources in upgrading our tech.
Hmm.
The first step is
Alright,
to
Rachel's
upgrade
got her own
Capisi's
business now.
advanced manufacturing facilities. Once that is done, we will be able to build light attack vehicles.
So in the upper right hand corner here, you can see we have the engineering section, and here we have an upgrade for the Capisi. This will unlock LAVs for us, which are basic attack unit. Very quick bit of research, because it has to be.
Research completed.
It's the most primitive
Light attack
vehicle available.
fabrication now online.
Alright. How many do we need?
Produce 3 light attack vehicles from the Capisi.
I can count. Let's do it.
Light attack vehicle in service.
Look at them! They're absolutely tiny compared to the production bay.
Light attack vehicle
Look at
online.
that!
Light attack vehicles ready.
Target drones are now ready for weapons testing. Use the light attack vehicles to target and destroy the drones located here.
Alright, go for it.
Hostile. Ready.
I do not envy these guys. This must be whiplash, driving like a maniac. Oh. Don't go parking in the tracks, come on.
Give me a go, no-go for launch. Operations?
Go.
Bridge? Go. Rachel?
Science team's in place. We're go.
Engineering? Go. Confirm all systems go.
Alright, Mothership Launch.
Sajet carrier Capisi.
Let's push the button. 3, 2, 1.
Launch mission confirmed.
Oh yeah.
Fire all charges. Disengage locks. Steady pace.
Heading out into the deep desert.
Outer doors opening.
Mass ratio in.
Definitely done this myself on some worlds I've been to. Big mining rigs going out there.
Looking good.
Those sort of, what you would maybe call off-season jobs. I don't like doing software as much as I used to, but sometimes they need, modifications for different situations. And, it pays money. And let me tell you, a torch ship is not a cheap thing to maintain.
All stations.
Fuel costs, berthing costs,
Today we embark on a historic
taxes.
mission to find
I'm sorry,
and
Captain, I'm
track
interrupting.
the object. Lying at the heart of the Great Banded Desert, deep inside Galcian territory, we believe it holds the key to our survival on this planet. The journey will be perilous, but if successful,
Hi there, Ringo.
we will change the course of history forever.
Yeah, in our parlance we call it a torch ship. It's so bloody bright usually when the
Personal log.
fusion
Science
drives
officer
are running
Richard
that
Sajet,
you can see it from
Expedition
across the
carrier
system.
Capisi. We've launched.
But
We're
yes,
on ahead of
the
schedule
exhaust
and
is
just
rather
in time.
dangerous,
The
at least
Gaussian threat was far
within close
greater than we
proximity,
had anticipated. As the lead scientist
and
on
at least at full
Expedition,
burn.
I'm more convinced than ever that my brother was right. That what lies
I've
out
never
there
had the
amongst
opportunity
dunes
to
holds the
weaponize my own
key to
torch,
survival
and I hope
on
to
this
never do
planet
that.
and possibly beyond. We have no choice now but to believe.
Alright, Capisi is moving onward from the northern hemisphere, which is remotely habitable on this desert world of Kharak, down to the Great Banded Desert, where the Jirachi object is that we are looking to investigate. So here's our intermission status report. Let's read it out. Incident report. Expedition carrier Capisi away. No contact with Galcian forces. Confirm rendezvous order with Lander 607 at the Boneyard for receipt of sensors module. And if we look at our fleet status, there's here's our fleet, very small so far, almost no CUs. Capisi is pretty much fully stocked, and we are quite a ways away, but as you can see, it's only 30 degrees Celsius. It is not yet hot. I get to use my main engine quite a bit. That is my entire job as a special goods courier. I tend to take on tasks that, you know, need to be done quickly. Special cargoes, like mostly data that needs to be moved around because the jump net has incredible speed, but it has terrible bandwidth. I am burning through a lot of credits right now getting this connection to this particular node, but it's worth it. So my bread and butter is moving around cargo containers full of data storage. It's the bandwidth of waiting even a month for a ship to jump from one system to another and then burn through the grav well to the destination is still cheaper. And it takes a special breed of a ship and pilot to do that, since we're burning at around 20 Gs, but you know how it goes. That's why I'm sitting in my tank of jello here. It's rather uncomfortable having this ventilator ram oxygenated fluid into my lungs, but otherwise they would collapse, and I would be pretty darn dead after 6 Gs. But yeah, when I'm near dock, I always use RCS thrusters, or if I'm not too close, the engine on a lower gear. Loading times.
We have successfully entered the open desert and are safe. For now. Before leaving, we received this Gaussian transmission.
Attention, Kithid of the North. I am Kagan, of the Kith Gaussian, servant of the mighty Kahad Sajuk. For generations, you have violated the first commandment of our Creator by entering into space. You seek the stars. Now you invade our lands for the second time. Diplomacy has failed. We can tolerate this no longer. The suffering of this war will be nothing compared to the wrath of Sajuk.
Yeah, Kagan would not like me.
Of Kharak.
We are now behind enemy lines. A Sajet lander carrying with it our sensors manager will rendezvous with us at the Boneyard, a salvage facility to the east. At the Boneyard, we will install the sensors manager, gather additional resources and expedition vehicles before moving out and proceeding to our designated target. The fate of the expedition, and possibly the North itself, now rests on us.
So what's happening is, essentially, there is a coalition of Kiths, which are essentially tribes, who reside in the north of the planet Kharak. And due to historical events, there is a tribe in this who was exiled to the southern deserts, the Gaussian. And they have various religious motivations. Oh man, that lander.
Boneyard Epsilon Lander 607 is wheeled down and prepping cargo for
Bit smaller than a typical Aerodyne dropship that I'm used to, but still pretty big.
Lowering module. Contact. Releasing clamp.
Sensors manager coming online. The Capisi's desert refit is underway. While that happens, we need to gather as many resources as possible and reactivate retired units to bolster our fleet. Intelligence indicates Gaussian forces are inbound on our location.
Alright.
We don't have long before they arrive. Rachel, you and the support cruiser need to reactivate the decommissioned units using your repair beams.
Come on.
Copy that, Intel.
Ready for assignment. Moving out. Maintenance protocols active.
Alright, Rachel and Cruiser, go ahead and do that.
Maintenance personnel to stations.
Capisi is useless for the time being. She can only produce units.
Is growing in intensity and has turned our way.
Secure location marked.
See, we have 2 resource collectors. I do not think I'm ready to build anymore.
Strike craft ready. Destination set.
Unfortunately, the support cruiser is my only drop-off point.
Roger. Coordinates confirmed.
We just received a transmission from Northern Command.
That's not good.
They have confirmed that multiple Coalition bases have fallen, including Delta, Juno, and Epsilon. Tyr is under siege. It appears the Sedim
Tyr is the capital of the Coalition.
managed to escape. We are to rendezvous with her and continue on with the expedition at all costs. Additional groups of contacts detected and closing in. Perimeter turrets engaging enemy units. Keep those Gaussian forces away from the Capisi and continue to gather resources and units until departure.
Alright.
Be advised. Class
Copy that,
5
Captain.
sandstorm detected on approach.
Alright, so let's move back the support cruiser for our resourcing operation and pull everything back.
Move out.
Ready. Alert. Sensor post destroyed.
That's not good. The canary in the coal mine.
Reading. Unidentified craft on approach. Mark the bearing.
Here they come.
All systems green.
Runner copies. Science officer.
We've got hostile on sensors. Confirm visual. A turret is under
Alright,
fire.
let's take him out. These are Galcian sand skimmers. Light robotic units that hover around and essentially work on raid. They're very small, but pretty lethal in large groups. They are more than a match for LAVs. Alright, LAV is heavily damaged. We need to repair it.
We do not have a sufficient number of LAVs. Collect more CUs and build more LAVs immediately.
Fleet Group 1 assigned.
Let's group them up. Put them near the support cruiser for repairs. Can't build armored attack vehicles yet.
Check your fire.
Alright, we got a full production queue of LAVs.
Ready.
Strike fighters passing us by.
Light attack vehicle online.
Reference your screens for primary disassembly sections.
Oh yeah, I would imagine with all this sand, they have specialized vehicles just for blowing it away.
Inbound friendly contact detected.
Like those Soviet-era snow blowers. I guess they're still in use in many places.
Our numbers show normal.
Light attack vehicle in service.
Armored vehicle is taking fire.
And yeah, LAVs, their whole tactic is spin to win.
Allied armor assault vehicles entering your area. Taking action. We need immediate assistance.
Be advised, Allied armored assault vehicles are deploying smoke screens to break enemy line of sight.
Yep, that's the right maneuver if you're outranged by a railgun. Okay.
Ready. Clear out. Hit it.
Standing by. Move out and be ready.
Alright, resourcing units. Gonna stick around and keep harvesting.
Support ready. Copy that. Coordinates confirmed.
Alright, let's select our control group.
Heading set. Reporting.
Rachel, we actually don't want you in that.
Runner.
A giant broom. That would be absolutely awful.
Rachel moving out.
Go for armor.
But you know what? If you have forced labor, why not? But that's probably more of a Galcian thing, as some kind of punishment.
Completed.
Yeah, that railgun stood no chance.
Arrival in approximately 7 minutes. Confirmed.
Alright, let's move back. We've got light attack vehicles coming in.
Allied units acquired. The more we save, the stronger we'll be as we enter the desert. Galcian heavy railgun spotted. It will have difficulty targeting our units at short range. Our LAV's inherent speed and quick boost ability will allow them to close on enemy units quickly.
I don't even know if the Galcian would drink. I'm guessing because they live so deep in the desert, they wouldn't even expend any resources on liquor.
New heading set.
Also considering their convictions, that they're here as a punishment, not as a, you know, to live life well. Oh, they're flanking me, which is good because the armored vehicles are right in the way.
Strike craft taking effective fire.
We need to improve unit combat performance.
Yes, we do.
Access engineering to select upgrades. New upgrade options to improve our light attack vehicles are currently available. Throw up
Let's
any
deploy a
hostile
smoke screen. There we go, line of sight blocked.
Engage.
Yeah, punishment for drinking on weekends. I definitely ended up doing that more than once as a
Improving unit survivability.
pilot academy cadet.
Engineering upgrades.
Not a stellar way to begin a career, I must admit, but I was young. We're not all that wise when the moment where pulled out of the womb tube. Although I guess some people actually come out of their mothers, but that's a bit unusual these days.
Move out. That sandstorm is closing on us fast. 5 minutes until storm front.
Let's knock out that other railgun.
Give me a smoke screen and be ready. Acknowledged. Launch smoke.
No, stop cracking my armor. I don't like that.
Enemy light attack vehicle marked on approach. Hostile detection. Visual unconfirmed. Strike cop. Light attack vehicle is under fire.
Control Group 1 designated.
All right.
Firing on friendlies. Board is green.
Let's go back and protect against those LAVs coming in. This is definitely not challenging yet.
Turret is under fire.
The turret can fend for itself. I've got more important things to deal with here. So this LAV is going to get swarmed if it's anywhere close. Yep, they're kiting it. Rest of Group 1 is... Rachel will be fine. Alright, let's get into the repair beams. No more resources to harvest. Alright, Group 1. Come on, support. Support cruiser, keep repairing it. You guys can pull back.
Allied Light Patrol Group, we are inbound on your location. Galcian sand skimmers in pursuit. Request immediate support.
Order the Allied light attack vehicles to use their quick boost ability to escape the pursuing Galcians.
Yeah, get out of there, boys.
Go, go! Overdrive, punch it!
How are you guys holding up? Go, go, go! Let's see, where's the repair cruiser?
We're moving up. PC, go ahead.
Capisi has no power systems yet. No defense or offense, so she's useless. Yeah, the AI for the sand skimmers and for the LAVs is very swarmy. And definitely the sand skimmers versus the LAVs, they behave differently. In general, the Galcian vehicles use hover units, so they're definitely prone to slipping and sliding around. All right.
Alert! A turret post just went down.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go protecting any of the turrets. That's fine, and I'm not gonna burn any more resources on LAVs.
Standing by.
Op ready. Green line confirmed.
So we have to hang around for 2.5 or so minutes.
Boneyard, Capisi. Allied armor group on approach. We're under fire and need immediate support.
Ready.
Oh, you do need support.
Hostile railguns. Open
Come on, come on. Smoke screen.
Fire covering smoke. Move. Acknowledged. Hit that target with smoke. Move.
Sorry, boys. We've got bigger problems here.
Boneyard staff transferring aboard. Unit secured.
Okay, cool. Our support cruiser is tanking railgun fire.
Alert! Rachel is in contact.
Rachel will be fine. Don't worry.
Punch it. Locked.
Knock out that railgun.
Receiving. Punch it.
Come on, you guys.
Reading.
Fleet Group 1 assigned.
Light attack vehicle is under fire.
All right, let's clear this out. Let's clear this out. Oh, that's busy. It's like bumper cars. All right, let's pull back and repair.
We're ready for orders. Copy.
Salvagers, move back.
Runner. Move order.
Capisi is ready
Nope.
for immediate egress.
Railgun.
Units. Eliminate
Smoke it
remaining
up.
Galcian forces and prepare
We don't have any of our own railguns.
Eyes on to authenticate.
Stormfront arrival in 1 minute. All crews, prepare the Capisi to move out.
Look at that bastard. No, 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 no! He got one of my armored vehicles.
Ready. Enemy railgun eliminated.
Knock him out.
Op ready.
Op ready. Fire. Take them apart.
Hostile strike craft down.
What are you waiting for?
Send this post is under fire.
Adjusting fire.
Alright, we need smoke screens. These railguns are tearing us up.
Keep steady.
Armored vehicle has been destroyed.
Target.
Alert. Sensor post lost. Strike craft taking effective fire.
Alright, light attack vehicles, boost, and attack the railguns. I don't remember a lot of the tactics I got taught at basic piloting school, but I remember something.
Reading.
Alright,
On target. Reading for order.
knock him out the box.
Strike craft destroyed.
Countering hard.
Alert. Light attack vehicle destroyed.
That's okay. Oh, nope, we are getting out of here. Pull him back. We got a little too cocky here. LAVs are not the best vehicle to do this, but you can do a lot of cheese with the repair cruisers.
Rachel, go ahead.
Perfect.
Ready.
Okay. So that railgun needs some attention. How many LAVs do we have? Only 4. It's not good, but I think they can take him.
Support crews are under attack. Immediate fire support.
Alright, come on.
Hostile railguns have opened up.
Armor ready. Smoke screen to target.
Good copy.
Smoke screen. Op ready. Deploy smoke.
Copy.
Ready. Deploy smoke screen.
Copy.
All Gaussian
And that
forces
railgun
have
is
been
down.
eliminated. Stormfront arrival imminent.
Push up to. All right. Bring engines to full and move out.
Yes, please, let's go.
Wind speed in excess of 300 kilometers per hour.
Copy that.
That's fast.
Engaging full shutters. Expect impact on my mark. In 3, 2, 1. Mark.
You really do need a city block-sized vessel to ignore those effects.
Personal log. Intelligence Officer Nathan Sajet. Expedition Carrier Capisi.
Being trapped in a sandstorm is no
We're
good.
now headed for open desert.
But that happened a few times
Several
during the
coalition
mining
units
assignments
were
I've been
able to
on.
link up with us and have joined our ranks. To the north, Gaussian forces are laying siege to our homes. There's no going back. The expedition must carry on. It's hard to believe it's been 4 years since our satellites detected the Jiraki object. That massive anomaly deep in the uncharted desert. Its energy readings rivaling our planet's sun. Rachel thinks it could be the source of the new Gaussian technology. Only time will tell.
Let's hope not. That's awful concerning. Incident report. Successful rendezvous at Boneyard. Contacts with Gaussian forces. Evaded main fleet by entering Stormfront. Alright. And most of our systems are online, 83% of them. And it is a little cooler, but not by much. Mostly because it's night. Let's move on. So has anyone watching played Deserts of Kharak before, or any of the Homeworld series? I played Homeworld 2 first, of all things, and then had to catch back up. Ah, these cinematics. Can't imagine the effort that went into them.
I've never seen storms like this so far north. All communications are down, but the Capisi's hull is holding fast. At this time, we are operating at partial capacity. Key systems still need to be brought online.
Our
Yeah.
satellite data identified the
I
location
agree,
of the
Ringo.
anomaly, along with dozens of secondary targets.
When you see the 2 on the name and you realize the story has come this far, you want to know what all of that means.
We will avoid Gaussian territory and the worst of the deep desert heat. We will then cut south to the primary anomaly, the main goal of our expedition. As Chief Science Officer, Rachel Sajet will sample.
Personally, my
analyze,
favorite is
and provide
Cataclysm,
intelligence on these objects
but
as we move deeper into the
that's
desert.
that one is a little hard to jump into the middle of and figure out what's going on.
Significant force and are expected to meet us
Although I think the story is also very gripping.
east of Cape Wrath, a place known as Hell's Gate.
I must say I'm quite interested in seeing the. It would have been nice to see what the original Homeworld 2 would have looked like. The Dust War script that they were planning on developing with megaliths and the other
Picking up a faint signal.
things that they just didn't have the technology to implement back then. Although, from what I hear, Homeworld 3 has plans for megaliths.
for the Sakala.
Alright, Capisi's mobile now. We have 3 power units.
Sandstorm conditions in
Armor's pretty useless, repair is nice,
Gaussian combat patrol
turret network is helpful.
As we push forward, keep your eyes
Let's
open.
power up the turret network.
Engineering reports the Capisi's primary shunting systems are now online. Power may now be shunted to weapons, armor, repairs, and long-range targeting systems.
Alright.
Steady pace.
So for the time being,
Sensor visibility is obscuring the
yeah,
location of the
sensors are
signal beacon.
garbage right now.
New course charted.
All we can do is just keep pushing forward through this rather tight canyon for what is a city block on treads. I would not want to be the guy driving this. That's a lot of responsibility. That is most definitely not a fender bender when this hits the, you know, something else. It's more of a, you know, vehicle crusher.
Salvager ready.
So salvagers can just guard the Capisi because they are useless right now. And our attack force can go ahead and move ahead of the Capisi. Actually, no. There's no point in moving ahead of the Capisi because the Capisi can tank pretty much everything. It is a completely valid strategy to use the Capisi as a battering ram.
Armor online. Reading you, Command.
Rachel here.
Proximity warning in effect.
Pull up.
Hostiles designated.
Let me guess, sand skimmers.
I'm having trouble locking onto enemy units.
Light attack vehicle.
Yep.
They're using the dunes to break line of fire and
Railguns and sand skimmers. Most important thing is the sand skimmers. Or railguns, sorry.
high ground and use the dunes for cover.
Knock him out.
Hostile strike craft down.
Yeah, the Capisi can handle herself, no problem.
Hostile range craft destroyed.
Alright.
Science officer responding. Intel, I'm detecting raw materials nearby that can be used for fleet production.
Copy that, Rachel. Recommend commencing resource operations.
Alright. Getting our first bit of organic materials. No, yeah. When you are desperate enough to actually have to use the Capisi and it's not just a voluntary calculated thing, you know things have gone really, you know, topsy-turvy.
Science officer responding.
But for now, we can afford to
Some of the raw material here
make that choice.
they're abnormally rich in RU.
Not a lot of other games allow you to use your mothership as a engine of destruction.
Fabrication of advanced vehicles.
It's not exactly a popular trope.
RUs will allow armored assault vehicle production.
Alright, let's produce some more salvagers.
Orders. Proceed to our use site.
2 more. That's really all the capacity we have.
You get us back for almost.
So right now we don't need RUs to do any of these upgrades.
Designed to suppress smaller, lighter craft. However, range munitions can still pierce their hulls. Light assault vehicles can evade ranged fire. Employ them against long-range units.
Salvager online.
Where's our next salvager? There you are, buddy.
RUs identified. Advance and evaluate. Go for Capisi.
Armored
Perfect.
assault vehicle fabrication online.
Let's upgrade the LAV's engines so they're a little
Assault
zippier.
vehicles as soon as possible.
That way they can actually intercept railguns a little quicker. Alright, how many armored assault vehicles can we afford? Let's build a pair. Another salvager online.
Vehicle enhancements online.
Let's assign salvagers to operational group 0.
Destroyed units are coalition vehicles.
Or 10 in this case.
They've been exposed to the desert for years.
On our way.
Intel, be advised. The beacon signal is getting stronger. We must be getting closer. Position.
Rebel Galaxy or
I
Dreadnought?
managed to get a bead on the transponder beacon and have narrowed its
Let me look those up
location to
real
this
quick.
area. There's still no way to know if it's the Sakala.
Rachel, form up with an escort and search for the source of the coalition signal. Proceed with caution.
Copy that, Intel. We'll prep our equipment as we go.
Not sure.
Armored assault.
Oh, Rebel Galaxy. Looks like a capital ship combat game. That's fascinating. I do enjoy big vessels duking it out, much more than fighters. But it is difficult to make that into fun gameplay sometimes. Oh, wow. Dreadnought has an interesting look. That's a lot of turrets on the surface. Alright, let's move forward into the gate.
We're moving out. Spool up.
Go for carrier. Acknowledge.
Let's integrate the armored assaults into our command group.
Control Group 1 designated.
Armor confirms. Moving. Eyes open out there. Strike confirmed.
Alright, let's
Fleet Group
reformat
1
that
assigned.
group.
We're clear to proceed.
Salvagers can wait. The jet and the support cruiser can move forward.
Carrier copy.
Capisi to move forward. Capisi, what are you doing? Honey, sweetie. Sweetie pie, please. I know you have it where it counts, but you also gotta know how to use it.
Ready. We're moving out.
Alright, escorts move forward.
Salvage array ready.
Salvagers move forward.
Cruiser ready.
Let's just have Rachel and the salvage, or the repair cruiser escort the Capisi.
Go for Capisi. Position mark. Take us
Ah,
out.
more resources. Fantastic.
Send orders.
Let's begin salvage operations immediately.
All systems green. Destination set.
Oh boy.
Intel, I've located the source of the signal. It's an abandoned coalition carrier.
Oh.
It's been here for a while. My team and I are heading inside. Delay salvage operations until we complete a search of the vessel.
Copy that. Rachel's team has begun to investigate the derelict carrier. We're exposed as long as we hold position here. A defensive perimeter must be established in order to protect Rachel and her team.
Stand by.
Dunes are blocking the carrier's access to the derelict. So
Reset your system.
Understood.
Yep, that's gonna be a problem.
You are clear to approach the derelict.
Let's build some more light attack vehicles while we can.
ready for assignment.
Intel, I found an ID number inside
Move the repair
ship.
cruiser forward.
Sierra, Charlie, 7208.
Let's go. Copy. Running it through the computer. Stand by.
Operator CENTCOM, please confirm negative hostile contact for
As much as this desert is horrifying, I still enjoy deserts as a general thing.
Jet carrier, Ifrit
There's
Naval.
nothing quite like being alone in the middle of absolutely nowhere. You feel so small. Really reminds you of your place in the universe, but in a way you can at least comprehend.
Send orders.
Come on, keep salvaging.
Continuing search, Intel. We'll keep you advised.
Enemy light attack vehicle marked on approach. Hostiles designated. Trackers assigned. Allied craft has been engaged. Ready. Provide fire support.
Op ready.
Control Group 1 designated.
Let's cover Rachel.
Taking effective fire.
They've got the assault ships of the Galcian here,
Strike craft destroyed. Armored vehicle is taking fire.
and they're backing away, the cowards.
Go for armor. On target. Don't move through my sight. Copy.
Watch your enemy railgun.
Alright, LAVs boost.
Get us over there.
LAVs are not the right tool for this. Knock out the railguns.
Counter.
That's the priority.
Galcian are using hit and run tactics. Focusing on their lighter units should
Cruiser,
cause their
repair
slower,
Rachel.
heavier units to retreat.
Mobilizing.
Pulling those back.
Alert. LAV down.
Spicy pretzels running away from a hungry tummy. Yeah, these are the spiciest of pretzels.
Hostile strike craft down.
The assault railguns are a little worse.
Move order confirmed. Armor copy.
And yeah, there is something about being absolutely insignificant
Targeting the Capisi's position.
on the surface of a
Direct shunt power to armor and repair.
of just an empty landscape.
Support the Capisi.
It's not silent,
On our way. We have a target.
but neither is it, you know, the emptiness of the vacuum of space.
The garrison has been here already. There's extensive interior damage. I'm detecting a unique signature coming from
I've been to worlds with forests after their terraforming,
we're searching for.
and I don't know what I prefer. They both have their, they make you feel in different ways. And, you know, being stuck in this virtual environment most of my time while the ship's accelerating is not exactly
Hostile light attack vehicle visually authenticated.
not exactly good for the mind.
Forces are under attack. Immediate fire.
Rachel, more Galcian reinforcements are inbound. Return to the Capisi immediately.
Come on, Rachel, let's bail.
A piece of unidentified technology grafted into the carrier sensor array. Keep us covered while we extract this artifact from the bulkhead.
Target to front. Roger that. We'll deploy additional units to cover you.
Alright,
You need to hurry.
let's see if we can...
Understood. Give us 5 minutes. That should be enough time.
I don't think we need the boost recharge yet. We need more units. We need more light attack vehicles.
Online. Engage. Reading. Copy. Moving.
Let's keep repairing.
Vehicle in service.
Redirect fire. Roger. Skimmer in sight. Fire.
Strike craft destroyed.
Go ahead.
Oh, yes, yes.
Set new heading. Op ready.
Oh, and they're pulling back. And they're bringing in more railguns.
Hostile railguns have opened up.
Smoke screen out. Give me a smoke screen and be ready.
Light attack vehicle in service.
Ready. Target.
Be advised. Tracking hostile.
Yeah, some of the worlds I've been to don't have any predators. But some do, and boy, you really have to watch your back. You are not the king out there. Our species may have mastered nuclear fusion,
On the horizon.
antimatter engines,
On our way.
but we certainly have not mastered being alone in a forest, and we never will.
Side fire order.
And that's a good thing.
Hostile range craft destroyed.
Even long after since we left our home planet, we're still,
Galcian ranged units.
we're still only human.
Carrier taking shunt power to the weapon range and damage systems to hold them off. Mobile.
Crew ready.
We have no more extra power. Let's shunt it all to range. Let's see if that does anything.
Systems currently active.
Cruiser ready. Grid updated. Warning. Engage carrier hull passing.
Nope.
75%.
Range does not help. Let's shunt it to armor.
Armor systems active.
Enemy railgun firing on friendly.
Right. LAVs boost.
Intel, science update. This artifact is composed of the same materials as the orbital fragments recovered 45 years ago, but this is no fragment. Until this moment,
There we go.
we've never seen this technology fully intact and functional. We need to secure it immediately.
Copy that, Rachel.
What do you need, Rachel?
Be advised.
Let's get some repair beams going here.
All systems green. Strike craft ready.
Fleet Group 1 assigned.
Okay.
The Ifrit and About crew had it jury-rigged into their sensor array. Okay, I know what they were doing. I think I can merge it with our systems and greatly enhance our sensor capabilities.
That would be handy. I have no radar for all intents and purposes.
We've detected something. Can you confirm visual? Alert. Friendly taking
Control
hostile
Group 1
fire.
designated.
Strike craft taking effective fire.
Contact on the board. Wipe them out.
Alright, you two need to boost. I don't know how I left you behind.
Intel, I figured out the wiring. Should speed us up considerably.
Armor. Roger that.
Fire.
And they're pulling back, and I'm assuming railguns are inbound.
Strike copies.
Oh!
Alert. Light attack vehicle destroyed.
Yeah, this guy's not gonna make it. Yeah, terror in the forest. I feel the terror in the desert with the Galcian closing in. Alright, more light attack vehicles. We are running out of resources.
Go for armor.
Pull back.
Line confirmed.
Go back.
Intel, we're almost there. Stand by for our extraction.
Be down.
Rachel, more Galcian are bound to show up. You need to hurry.
Carrier.
Light attack. Copy that. Service.
Confirmed.
Light attack vehicle
Okay,
online.
keep
Fleet
adding
Group
these
1
guys
assigned.
to our
Control
command group.
1 designated.
Let's hide behind the dunes until the Galcian railguns are actually in range.
Lay down a smoke screen.
Smoke screen time.
Hostiles in the air.
Light attack vehicle in service.
Attack move.
Attack vehicle is under fire.
Hostile.
Carrier will be fine.
Light attack vehicle online. Fleet Group 1 assigned.
We have a
Let's
target.
knock out these railguns first.
Light attack
Let
vehicle
attacks
in service.
boost.
Alert, the Capisi is in contact. Red alert, command carrier taking fire.
Oh, shush. We'll be fine.
Intel, we're ready to move out.
Copy. Rachel, your team cannot be extracted safely until the Galcian have been subdued. Hold your position.
Designated.
Strike craft destroyed.
And that's the last of them.
Capisi, science team is en route. We've extracted the artifact along with the carrier's backup data drive.
Good work, Rachel. I'll have receiving crews standing by.
Stand by to power up the recovered artifact.
Let's see what it does.
Initiating sensors modification now.
Nice.
Sensor efficiency has been greatly increased, and interference from the storm has been filtered out.
Excellent. Contact range increased.
With our sensors now operational, we've detected a hostile cruiser supporting the enemy offensive. Engage and destroy the enemy cruiser.
Copy that.
Holding.
Resources are scattered throughout the area.
Alright, let's power up the turrets on the
We need
Capisi
support
again.
cruisers deployed alongside our salvagers. Capisi fabrication facilities can now be upgraded to produce support cruisers.
Fantastic. And we can't afford that upgrade. We need to resource.
Carrier copies.
So the Capisi cannot go through this light blue territory. And the cruiser is in our way. So in order to harvest these resources, we're going to have to use our support cruiser and...
Ready for assignment. Proceed.
Rachel, Galcian units seem to be using some kind of shared
Yes,
network
there we
to
go.
communicate with each other.
We might be able to use that to our
Alright,
advantage
let's
if
move
I can
forward
find
to
a way
the
hack in.
resource sites.
I'll have to analyze their system architecture. Could take a few days.
Roger that.
Capisi can handle herself, but we will have to protect the resourcing operation.
Destination set.
Okay, excuse me, what happened to the battle group?
Red for a second, now they're back. Armor on run a system scanning up. Easy read. Go for carrier. Copy that.
Fleet Group 1 assigned.
Alright, fleet group.
Moving. Seal hatches. System's ready. On our way.
Resource collectors,
Identified.
do your thing.
Strike craft ready.
Control Group 1 designated.
Carrier copies. Strike responding. Carrier copies.
Fleet Group 1 assigned.
Okay, we messed up our control groups a little bit there.
PC, go ahead. Get
PC, stay there.
Rachel here?
Rachel, you keep repairing the
Okay,
Capisi.
time to roll.
ready.
I would not want to be on foot in this desert. I don't think you can be on foot in this desert. Look at these LAVs. They are swallowed up.
Strike
They're nothing
responding.
compared to these, even these small hills here.
Ready for assignment.
Rachel, we've located abandoned Coalition railguns.
Oh.
Part of the Ifrit Nabal's fleet. They're damaged, but recoverable.
New heading set. Roger that. We can use our support cruiser's repair beam to bring them back online. Moving.
We'll use Rachel
More
first.
railguns. Upgrade the Capisi's fabrication facilities.
Yeah, I mean the Capisi has trouble with this slope right here. But I mean, if you look at it, this slope is actually, you know, several stories tall. These treads are powerful, but they certainly can't go up that.
Runner copies.
Come on, Rachel, let's repair that.
Go for carrier.
We still don't have much in the way of resources. Our salvagers are not exactly fast.
Hostile on sensors. Authentication pending.
Where's the hostile? Ah, Capisi can handle this.
Ready, set. Red alert. Command carrier taking fire.
It's only an assault ship. Yeah.
Hostile strike craft down.
That's been handled.
Awaiting orders.
Ready.
So viewers, how do you feel about terrifying natural wonders like canyons or mountains? Do you like scaling them, summiting them, descending down them, or
Armor moving out.
do those things kind of push you away?
Moving.
I know I've seen images and three-dimensional data of the various
Copy. Railgun responding.
I guess, terrain on your planet. And boy, oh boy, some of it's quite imposing.
Now. Destination set.
But there's nothing quite like scaling, at least in my opinion. A big mountain with your own 2 feet. No augmentations, no powered armor, no treads or mech legs.
Runner copies. We're moving out. Spool up.
It's just between you and your body.
CU field depleted.
Most cyborgs, or true cyborgs, will never understand that.
Cars are ready. RUs identified. Advance and evaluate.
Ooh, yeah, jungles.
Reading you.
Definitely not a fan of the things that live in jungles. Mostly the small, crawling and biting kind. In the terraforming projects, oftentimes the world designers make it a point to not even include those species in their plans.
That unit is down.
Makes for
Get it
detritus
back up
cleanup
and running.
more difficult, but boy oh boy do the residents appreciate it. Alright, Rachel, give me more railguns. Alright. While that harvesting is getting ready, let's see. Yep, we can upgrade to railgun fabrication. Actually, no. Support cruisers first, followed by railguns. Repair is king in this game. Once you're not dealing with LAVs, you can essentially fix your way out of almost any problem. The Galcian don't have repair craft, but they do have auto repair once they're out of combat. Alright, where's the attack? Capisi's got this.
Strike craft destroyed.
Support cruiser fabrication online.
Ah, yes.
Constructing support cruisers.
Yes, jungle cover is a fantastic place to do unsavory things.
Ready. New heading set.
All systems green.
The term guerrilla warfare survives even to this day. Luckily, I've never been part of any ground force.
You command.
I never even had to serve in the Farsons Coalition militia, but
Armor copies.
boy oh boy, I was not looking forward to that. Managed to avoid it by being a valuable asset. They wouldn't draft me into the ground forces. That's what you get for being a courier pilot. Absolute boredom for most of the day. Or most of the year, even. But gives you certain privileges that no one else gets. Oh no, where's the salvage? Oh, there's the salvage cruiser. It just happens to be on top of the resources. Really thick jungle cover that slows down the army by days, and having a whole hidden base of treasure smugglers, illegal miners, and smugglers. Treasure hunters. Isn't that the dream? Have your own little collective, little empire, little band. No taxes, no fees, no tariffs. Oh, that's the dream. But I don't have the skin for that kind of game. A little too spicy for my liking. Sure, I'm at constant risk of the torch drive exploding and killing me. This ship is 400 years old, and it is military surplus, but, you know, at least I'll go out quick. As opposed to being, you know, executed by a rival warlord or something like that. Alright, we finally got this resource patch. I think there's no more resources on the map. Rachel, move forward, go repair that railgun. Alright, how can we expand our forces? Railgun fabrication. So, if you look at support cruiser repair speed, which increases repair speed by 30%, it costs both CU and RU. Just a little bit of CU, or excuse me, RU. Now in the sequels, you only use RU. That can be presumed that starships are much more complicated. Oh, the Sunder ability.
Constructing railguns and use them against Galcian armored units.
No, we need the support cruiser.
We're cleared to move. Let's go.
PC reading.
Alright, Capisi.
All systems go. Clear.
Let's block off this canyon.
Cruiser ready.
Support ships can hang back here.
Research completed.
Let's integrate this railgun.
Control group 2 designated.
Alert.
Oh, that's the wrong group.
Op ready. Armor ready.
Hostile strike craft down.
Yeah, that's quite uncreative of the Galcian. I don't know what they're doing here.
Enemy armor disabled.
Board is green. Let's roll.
Oh, that rumbling. What a badonk! Yeah, when you're in a desert mining rig,
Copy. Displacing now.
you will never forget that sound of the treads rumbling on the ground. Or legs, depending on the manufacturer of the system. Yeah, the Capisi has a little bit of detail for its bays when they open up. I don't know why they... yeah. There's the landing pad. There's some of the interior details. That's enough. That's a little too lewd, I think, for this stream.
Ready.
Hey, the old girl has her secrets, and I don't want to reveal them. Oh, you haven't seen the Megatech landwalkers? They're not very common. They're only used in very rough terrain. Worlds where, you know, even tracks aren't worth it.
Range online. We're clear to proceed.
So they're definitely it's quite an investment to have a
Armor confirmed.
leg locomotion as opposed to tracks or even wheels. There are some mega hovercraft out there, but
Reading you. We're clear.
those are very uncommon, and you need an atmosphere that's compatible with whatever material you're using for the skirt. If you even have an atmosphere.
Active operator side of impression check.
The Coalition railgun's quite cute. Little radome.
We'll send the report through once it's finished.
It's like a Wally who can rip you apart. Alright, how many resources do we have?
Maneuver for visual confirmation.
Add an area of effect. Okay, that's a good thing. Let's build another support cruiser,
Reading. Roger. Coordinates confirmed.
and let's build another few railguns, I think. How many can we afford? We can afford 1 or 2. What was that anime I heard of but never saw that had multi-legged land ships? Heavy Weapon, I think.
Attack vehicle detected.
Never even knew what it was about, but
Alert. Red alert. Command carrier taking fire.
Control group
maybe one day I'll watch it.
designated.
Capisi's got this. Cruisers, let's put them in Group 9.
Control group 9 designated.
Guard the Capisi, friends.
Ready.
Railgun online. Fleet Group 1 assigned.
Induction's done. Let's keep 500 RU just for a rainy day, even though it never rains here. So this should be fairly straightforward. I'm gonna send in the Capisi. I would rather not lose more LAVs. Repair is free. Unit replacement is not. Ah yes, the temperature gauge. The Capisi can only handle producing so much power for its subsystems. The hotter it gets, the fewer points you have to distribute amongst your systems. Support cruiser back off. Go into escort pattern now.
Systems online. We're moving out. Armor moving out.
Tracking armored crafts on approach. Enemy light attack vehicle marked.
Has anybody had an opportunity to drive a vehicle on sand? In my very limited experience with that, it's definitely been quite the scary thing when the rear end starts drifting. Let's get those railguns out of the way. Railguns, shoot anything.
Enemy railgun eliminated. Armor vehicle taking effective fire.
Galcian cruiser. So this is a production cruiser. It is not actually a warship. Oh. There she goes.
Galcian support cruiser destroyed. Remaining enemy units falling back. Enhanced sensors are picking up multiple enemy signatures at the extremity of our range. I've got 2 carrier-class vessels in tow.
I don't think we can handle that right now.
We have no choice. We need to keep moving deeper into the open desert. Set course for the Sarati Basin. Once we arrive, we'll transmit to Sakala our coordinates. Engine crews, stand by to engage maximum power.
Maximum power with the Capisi. That must be a sight to behold.
Science Officer Rachel Sajet, Expedition Carrier Capisi. We found my brother's ship, the Ifrit Nabal, the flagship of our coalition's lost expedition from 4 years ago. His fate, and that of its crew, remains unknown. What happened, Jacob? What did you find out here?
I think you know the answer, Rachel. That's depressing. Incident report. We have found the Ifrit Nabal, intact. No survivors. First officer logs mention secondary anomaly site. May hold answers. Changing course to investigate. So now we're moving to a different site, which may hold some answers to the secrets that the Ifrit Nabal had discovered. Capisi's getting draining resources, but powering up. Oh dear. There we go. My simulated hardware is somewhat scuffed, as they say, I believe. That's to give a certain je ne sais quoi to my streaming. I thought it would be inappropriate to, you know, run this on supercomputers that I have at my disposal. Otherwise, you know, you don't know what it's like.
The shipwreck was a coalition carrier, last seen 4 years ago. The wreck has been ransacked by Galcian troops looking for something. We believe it was the recovered artifact. We have also recovered the encrypted first officer's log from the derelict carrier. It belonged to my brother. The data is spotty, but this is what we have deciphered.
This is First Officer Jacob Sajet of the carrier Ifrit Nabal. 1,256 souls aboard. We've been immobilized by Dune collapse.
Ooh. Oh, that's a terrible way to get trapped.
The Kalash coordinates correspond to this location from the satellite data of 4 years ago.
We will alter course, following the route of our Coalition's first expedition. At the Kalash location, we will accelerate resourcing and artifact recovery operations. Course locked in.
I hope you know what you're doing, Captain.
Closing in on the target site. Rachel, scout ahead and establish a positive ID.
Roger that.
Let's see what we got.
We have arrived in the general vicinity where the Ifrit Nabal recovered the artifact.
No Capisi? Let's go find that
Spread
artifact.
out and search the area.
Still nothing. Adjusting onboard scanners.
I do love the suspension animations for the base runner.
It's gotta be around here. The signal we picked up was significant. We're moving out. Spool up. Science officer responding.
Can't underestimate how big a desert is. But boy.
Board's green. Reposition.
Just absolute nothing everywhere.
Move our forces toward the signal ahead. Our scans indicate that we're getting close.
Okay, time to roll. Intel, we found something.
Let's see it.
Are you
Oh, that's a big ship.
Commencing scan.
What are we dealing with?
Stand by. Checking the data now. It's some kind of ship. I'm beginning analysis of the main superstructure. Readings show considerable heavy metal deposits. This is definitely the Kalash site that Jacob was talking about. Data confirms
And I thought the
Ifrit Nabal
Capisi was
artifact
big.
indeed removed from this location.
This is just the front section of a ship.
Strewn across the valley below. I'll need to set up additional scanners to get a clearer picture of exactly what happened here. My preliminary scans are incomplete. I need to place a scanner at this location to get more data.
Copy that.
Location marked. Deploy scanner.
Oh, that's
Scanner
cute.
deployed.
Little door.
Commencing surface scan now. The technology contained here is far more extensive than anything we have gathered to date. It will advance our existing research programs exponentially.
If we survive.
The resources that are visible now can be salvaged, but there are considerably more within the wreck itself. In order to extract them, we need to establish a broader scanner network so I can develop a complete ship-breaking plan. I'm sending the details to the Capisi's engineering team. Scan complete. I'll need some
Oh
time to fully
my.
analyze
That
the
was a
data.
big ship. If parts are strewn over the cliff face.
We need to explore the valley below to identify additional wreckage from the Kalash. Deploy and secure scanners at each wreckage site located. Alert. The storm is producing tornadoes on low-lying areas. Avoid the tornadoes. The sand and debris they spin up chews through light armor. Searching for additional wreckage in the
Noted.
valley ahead could be difficult. If we upgrade our fabrication facilities to produce base runners, they'll help us in our search.
Okay.
For assignment. Roger. Coordinates confirmed.
Let's move our cruisers close to the resource sites, and I think we can afford to build some more scavengers, since there's quite a few resource sites here. 2 more. Right, salvagers, begin operations. Rachel, let's go scout out the sites. Slap down a few scanners. I don't envy you, Rachel. That's quite a boring job, prospecting. Rewarding when you finally find something.
Salvager online.
But yeah, lots of driving through the desert, lots of samples, scans. Alright, Salvager, get on it.
What do you need? RUs identified. Advance and evaluate.
Fleet Group 10 assigned.
Proceed to RU site. System's ready. We got an assignment. CUs identified. Proceed to site. RUs identified.
Yeah, that AI did not know what to do when I gave it the harvest command.
Cruiser reading.
Rachel will be fine on her own.
PC reading.
PC has no more extra power. Delicious scrap. The lifeblood of my army.
Go for Capisi.
Let's see, we already have 2 cruisers. Let's see what kind of upgrades we have. Base runner fabrication. Rachel's the jet repair speed.
Intel, can you provide an update on the Sakala's
Well, let's do base runners, it's cheap.
No response from the Sakala. The storm is interfering with our communications.
Understood. Keep me advised.
Affirmative.
Completed. Base runner fabrication online.
Begin constructing base runners and use them to search for salvageable wreckage.
If the game wants me to, I'll build a base runner, but frankly I think Sajet is enough for this. Let's see, do we want Sunder? Yeah, let's upgrade to Sunder. That really helps bust down armored attack vehicles.
Deploy a probe from one of our base runners to help in the search for wreck sites.
Oh, that's right.
Probes will allow us to quickly explore new areas and search for hostile forces.
Railgun
Launch a little
enhancement.
drone.
Great work. Establish a scanner and a defensive turret. Our scans
Isn't that
indicate
just
there
cute?
are 2 additional wreck sites.
Oh. So I guess it was worth it to build a
Carrier here.
recon probe. Let's see here.
Additional wreckage site located.
Railgun rate of fire.
Roger.
That's a very worthwhile upgrade.
Set up a scanner and secure the site.
Let's use the
There is still
drone
one
to
more
search
wreck
here.
site. Continue your search.
Move.
Scanning teams. Establish defensive turrets on those scanner locations ASAP.
Always wrecking the party, Galcian. Always. Oh, that looks like fun.
The Galcian are targeting our scanner network. Scramble defenders. All scanning sites must be secured. Recommend deploying turrets from base runners to do so.
Set. Unidentified craft on approach.
And there's tornadoes you have to
Base runner
watch out for. Alright.
mobilization.
Base runner, deploy a turret
Deploy
here.
a turret on that location.
Acknowledged.
Rachel, deploy a scanner here.
Location marked. Deploy scanner.
Drone can go here. Drone's returning.
Acknowledged.
PC cannot make it down to the plateau. Resource collectors are collecting.
Go for carrier.
I think we can move at least one support cruiser down to the plateau. We will need the repair.
CU deposit depleted.
Base runner online. Time's a wasting.
Go for Capisi.
Nope,
Rachel here.
that's no
Forest
good.
Green, reposition.
Armor online. We're clear to proceed.
There's clearly Galcian near that scanner site.
Reading you. Just when we were getting comfortable.
We'll need to escort Rachel.
CU field
We're clear to
expended.
move. Let's go. Enemy light attack vehicle marked on approach. We've got hostile on sensor.
Reporting.
Confirm visual.
Oh boy. Oh, don't do that, base runner.
Coordinates confirmed.
We're gonna handle these points first. Rachel, take a look.
Copy that. Coordinates confirmed.
Strike copies. Reporting. Going mobile.
Make ready.
Let's see, Capisi, what can we do here? Support cruiser effectiveness, why not? Faster repairs are lifesavers.
Runner.
Salvage underway.
Great work. All the wreckage sites have been found.
Run.
Deploy a scanner, then set up a turret to defend it from Galcian attacks.
Ready.
Research completed.
Copy.
Alright, that site's clear. Let's move out and destroy.
Ready. New coordinates verified. New
Destroy
heading set.
these Galcian raiders.
Runner, go ahead.
Base runner, you can start moving back down. You can rendezvous with the
Move order
attackers.
confirmed. Ready for command.
And here we go.
Hostile designated.
Engaged.
Armored vehicle is taking fire. Light
Ah, just
attack
sand
vehicle is
skimmers.
under fire.
No big deal.
Strike craft.
Let's move on and avoid these tornadoes.
The Galcian are attempting to destroy our scanner network.
Contacts on the boat.
We require
I wish them
rapid
luck with
response
that.
aircraft to counter Galcian attacks.
Nice!
Invest in the Capisi's hangar facilities to begin producing strike fighters.
Ready. Hostile light attack vehicle detected.
Yeah, let's see if the hostile light attack vehicles will
The captain.
deal with a tornado. Okay, they're avoiding it.
Cruiser ready. Copy. Coordinates set. Engage target.
Let's knock them out.
We got a railgun.
Railguns, get out of there. Move to the cruiser for repairs.
Display. The sensor post is taking fire. Engage.
Spicy pretzels.
Alert.
Nothing too
Railgun
serious.
lost.
Strike fighter fabrication online.
Unknown inbound.
Begin constructing strike fighters immediately. We've lost a scanner. Replace it to resume the scan.
Alright, base runner, go ahead and secure that position. They'll attack move this way. They have the dune position.
Attention.
The PC, begin building fighters.
Strike craft taking effective fire.
6 of them.
Alert. Rachel is under fire.
Steady fire.
This is Rachel.
Alert.
Go ahead.
Light attack vehicle destroyed.
You got this, Rachel, you got this.
Reposition. Reposition.
Hostile armor. Eliminate.
Don't worry, Rachel.
Come on. Deploy scanners now.
Reporting. Clear to engage. Fire when ready.
Okay, that's clear.
Strike fighter ready for service.
Don't worry, Rachel, you got friends on the way.
Reading.
Sensors post is under fire.
Right.
Support ready.
Why don't you deploy me a turret,
Guard set.
and followed by a
Deploy
scanner.
a scanner at marked position.
Hostile strike craft down.
Ah, production cruiser, let's knock that out. Yes, Galcian production cruiser. This little guy spits out enemies. Not our friend.
Engage on lock. Contact. Move to fire.
Let's protect Rachel.
Rachel is taking fire. Respond. Light attack vehicle is under fire.
Oh, oh,
Rachel is
geez.
at 75% hull integrity.
Hi there, Roman.
Alert.
Thank you for the raid. Hello, hello. Welcome to our little slice of heaven in the desert. We're playing Homeworld, Deserts of Kharak, the prequel to Homeworld 1 and 2. As you can see, there's a lot of sand. Woo! And spicy pretzels and mosquitoes. That's what we're fighting. Oh no. Okay, we need to start producing units. The clicky game has just started to click. Production point in the desert. Fighter launch. Launch.
Enemy armor disabled. Strike systems online.
I am in fact doing space things. Although this is a bit more, you know, land related. Rachel, did you deploy that sensor? No, you did not. No, you did. Go over there and do that for me, please, darling.
Deploy a scanner there.
Resourcing operations are almost complete. Attack Group 1, get over here. So Roman, how was the collab? How'd that go? I know I checked in for a little while, and it was definitely seeming like Magica was crashing quite a bit.
Ready. Copy. On our way.
Brain empty.
Green line confirmed.
Boy, do I know that feeling. I got more fumes than brain matter right now.
Going mobile.
I don't know, it was a very charming advertisement. Definitely definitely a very real advertisement.
Standing by. I've commenced the scan.
Thank you, Rachel. Now go home.
Vehicle marked on approach. We got something on the horizon. Waiting.
Where's my other base runner? Let's deploy another turret. Oh boy.
Proximity warning in effect.
Q for turret.
Get a turret up. Make sure it's combat ready.
Fighters, fighters, fighters. Scramble.
Strike
Protect
coordinates dialed.
the resource site.
Contact or set.
So it seems some of the new viewers have also played this game.
Alert. Fort taking hostile fire. A turret is under fire.
That's fine.
Receiving.
Group 1 attack.
Copy. Target set.
Rachel! You'll be fine.
Destroyed. The sentry post is taking fire. Alert. The turret post just went down.
Oh boy.
Strike craft taking effective fire.
Yeah, Kharak wasn't exactly, you know, a rambunctious and bounding success, perhaps, in terms of, you know, popularity.
The Galcian have destroyed a scanner. Push them back and deploy a new scanner.
More scanners.
Vehicle taking effective fire.
Go, go!
Wait, no, wrong thing. Place a turret, please. I think we've lost that base runner.
This is the captain.
Yeah, this game is essentially an expedition into the deep desert of a hostile,
Armor eliminated.
very hot planet to find
Combat alert.
a supposed artifact that
Hostile light attack vehicle detected.
probably contains incredible levels of technology that these
Armor incoming.
people do not have available to them.
One of our turrets.
So
is
it's a
taking
field
fire.
trip. It's a little bit of a scientific
Alert.
detour.
Turret post destroyed.
That assault ship, come on. Okay, we're gonna have to split our forces.
Replace it immediately.
We need another base
Alert.
runner.
Sensor post destroyed.
What's our current composition? We've lost a lot of LAVs and a railgun.
Base
So
runner
railgun,
assembled.
and let's build. No, not salvagers. And some LAVs.
We've detected something. Can you confirm visual?
Wipe them out.
Okay,
Runner.
Rachel, let's put a scanner down
Railgun
here.
taking effective
Hostiles are
fire.
out there. Set up scanner.
Light attack vehicle is under fire.
I probably shouldn't spend that much time in the sensors manager. It's not exciting. Come on, knock out that angry pretzel.
Taking fire.
That's the enemy attack ship.
Light attack vehicle online.
And there it goes. It was an attack ship.
Reading. On our way.
Alright, let's recover, regroup, and repair.
Grid updated.
Base runners ready.
Light attack vehicle in service.
Enemy armor on approach.
Strike
Clearly there's a Gaussian force here that we need to take out.
Light attack vehicle online.
Runner hostile light attack vehicle visually.
The data we've already collected is amazing. This is Rachel, go ahead.
I know Rachel.
Officer en route. Copy, on our way.
Go ahead.
Reporting?
Strike craft destroyed.
You know what, Rachel? You're tough enough. Just go in yourself.
Set new heading.
Alright, let's intercept these. Nope, no, pull back.
Bring us around.
Stay near the repair cruisers.
Strike craft taking effective fire. We got a railgun under fire.
Readjust for target. Confirmed.
Hostile
Alright.
sensors. Authentication pending. Op ready. Armor vehicle taking effective
Base runner, move over here and set up turrets.
Ready.
These forces we will join.
Go for armor.
Alert.
Control
Railgun
shift
down.
1.
Fleet Group 1 assigned.
Maneuver and engage.
Rachel, where you at?
Alert. LAV down. Support cruiser under
Stay
attack.
here,
Waiting
Rachel.
fire support on
Fighters
that
are not ready yet. Yeah, they have that site, unfortunately, but I think I only need 2 sensors.
The sensors post taking fire.
Thank you, repair ship.
Scan at 80%. Just a little longer.
Reposition.
Gonna have to cheese our way through this one.
Attention.
The PC, we need more units.
Move to location.
2 more railguns and more
Alert.
LAVs.
Sensor post lost.
Where?
Make hostile armor incoming.
Alright.
Fighter coordinates dialed in.
Green line confirmed. Engines on. Ready.
Base runner, deployed turret.
We need a turret set in place. Armor ready. Armor
Railgun operational.
front.
Hostile light attack vehicle detected.
Control Group 1
Alright.
designated.
Alert. Support craft has been engaged. Target fired. Hostiles designated. Trackers assigned.
So viewers, how do you like deserts? What do you think of sand?
Hostile strike craft.
I think it's quite stunningly beautiful,
We've
but
got it.
Alert. Rachel is under fire. Support cruiser under attack. Immediate fire support on that position.
All operators?
yeah, desert warfare has a certain sort of purity. There's not a whole lot of cover,
Contact.
not a whole lot to get in the way.
Reading. Get out of here. Move.
Rachel, go back to the Capisi. Coarse and rough indeed.
Go for support.
Hostile railgun.
Oh no, not my base runner. Deploy another turret.
A turret is under fire.
Get a turret.
Sensors post is under fire.
Yeah, you know, so far it's been a bit of a slog, to be honest.
Go. Go.
Especially getting to the point of harvesting anything. That took ages.
Hostile fire.
Support
All right,
ready.
Rachel, just go around this way.
Strike craft destroyed.
No, Rachel, go home.
Combat alert. Support craft down. Alert. Rachel is at hull integrity. Rachel is taking fire. Move on. Gauge.
Yeah, the story is pretty gripping, especially towards the later sections. Right now, it's still got a bit of that what's going on feel.
Taking effective fire. Red alert.
It's destroyed this production cruiser. It's been a pain in my side for far too long. Railguns!
Vehicle is taking fire.
Come on, LAVs.
Light attack vehicle destroyed.
Fleet Group 1 assigned.
Support cruisers. Give them a little bit of help.
Hostile detected. Visual unconfirmed.
Full power. Move.
Resourcers. Hide in the defensive perimeter.
Punch it.
Oh, no, that's not good. I got cocky.
We're going up.
Woo! Bye, Rachel. Wow.
Science officer Rachel Sajet.
Talk about debuff.
Killed in action.
Except that checkpoint is it's pretty close by. Yeah, deserts really do lead to some fantastic battles. When you start getting cruisers in this game, it definitely starts feeling like a real proper war. Or when you face off the Galcian carriers. Not to say I don't like forest environments, but
All scanning sites must
that's a
be
wholly
accurate.
different thing.
Recommend deploying turrets from base runners to do so.
Okay, we're not too far back.
Awaiting orders.
And now we can be a little bit smarter about this.
Ready. We're up and running.
Acknowledged.
Base
Alright,
runner
so
online.
base runner should actually fortify the position.
Deploy a turret on that location. Reading you, command.
We'll deploy 3 turrets and a scanner.
Deployment.
It'll take him a while to do this, but that's fine.
Salvage are ready.
Resources are going at it. This time we're gonna pull up our support cruisers forward to keep our forces intact.
Acknowledged. Moving. Eyes open out there.
PC reading.
Let's upgrade our support cruiser effectiveness, which gives us area of effect on repair, which is fantastic.
CU field.
And I think we'll need to upgrade turret damage. It's clear that they will be the bread and butter of keeping these sensors intact.
Research completed.
There we go.
Armor online.
CU site.
Attack
is on.
move. There's probably a Galcian formation here.
We're moving out. Spool up.
Salvage array ready. Lockdown for mobile.
No, you guys go harvest here.
Identified. Advance and evaluate.
The PC are done. Move over into this position.
Hostile light attack vehicle detected. Hostiles designated. Trackers assigned.
Armor, go ahead. We
All
have a
units
target.
attack. Rachel, keep at it.
Fire. Respond.
Deploy a scanner.
Come on. Deploy scanners now. Countering.
Cruisers, move forward.
Hostile strike craft down. Strike craft taking effective fire.
Yeah, I'm glad I could show off some of this game for you, JC. The level of detail that you can play around with on your own is just fantastic. The textures, the effects. I don't think I'm even running this on max settings.
Cruiser ready.
Okay. It sometimes goes on sale. Nope, nope, nope. Base runner, go home, go home. Go home to the Capisi.
We're moving. Alert. Support craft has been engaged.
Actually, you know what? Make a stand.
Contact. Deploy turret.
See if you can do it. Oh! Sick drift. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, buddy. No, 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 no. At least you got the turret out.
Combat alert.
We'll need another
Support
base runner.
craft down. Attention.
In fact, let's build 2
Alert
base runners.
post destroyed.
The Galcian are attempting to destroy our scanner network. We require rapid response aircraft to counter Galcian attacks.
About time.
Invest in the Capisi's hangar facilities to begin producing strike fighters.
Op ready.
And let us destroy the production cruiser before it even has a chance to do anything.
Base runner assembled.
Ready for command. Copy. Coordinates set.
Light attack vehicle is under fire.
Reporting.
Moving repair cruisers forward.
Alert. LAV down. Armor vehicle taking effective fire.
Ah, these skimmers are gonna get tornadoed.
Send
Okay,
strike
base
craft
runners, I got 2 of them now.
Hostile light attack
That's a
vehicle
lot better.
visually
Strike fighter fabrication
Let's
online.
move them close, but not too
Begin
close.
constructing strike fighters immediately.
Yes, yes, fighters, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Contact.
5.
Enemy armor.
We
Bearing
can only build 4 for now.
We do not have enough RUs.
Reading. Move order confirmed.
Begin the attack.
Strike fighter online.
Send message. Moving to escort position.
Yeah, let's
Hostile designated. Mark bearing.
Strike fighter ready for service.
come on, support cruisers.
Setting advantage. Receiving. Full speed.
Full speed.
Fire on the move. Tracking target. Armor ready.
Railguns, get into position already.
Great work. All the wreckage sites have been found. Deploy a scanner, then set up a turret to defend it from Gaussian attacks.
Okay, looks like the Gaussian have left.
Down. Coordinates confirmed.
Alert! Rachel is in contact.
Let's try this again. Turrets.
Vehicle is taking fire. Reading you, Command. We need a turret set in place.
And a
Get
scanner.
ready. Reading
Perfect.
Capisi copies.
We have more RUs for fighters. Okay, 2 wings of fighters. No, Rachel, go home.
Ready.
Please destroy that production cruiser. And there she goes. Take him down.
Strike fighter online.
Armor, go ahead. Armor copies. Target to front.
Rachel, come back for repairs.
Punch it!
Warning, Rachel's hull is at 75%.
Get out of here! Move! Receiving! Full power! Move!
Alert, light attack vehicle.
I really don't like that desperation. That does not make me feel good. I'm really sorry, Rachel. But you know how it is, just sending you to your inevitable
Alert,
death.
Rachel is under fire. Make ready.
Capisi, we need reinforcements. More LAVs. Let's see, let's move the spawn out here. Let's deploy some
Strike fighter
fighters.
approach vector dialed in.
Green line confirmed. Engine talk.
Light attack vehicle in service.
Support cruiser under attack. Immediate fire support on that position.
Repair crew to stations.
Confirmed. Strike craft destroyed.
Support cruisers, you are my only friends here.
Copy. Moving.
Light attack vehicle online.
Alright, we got fighters in the air.
Reading you, command.
All systems.
Light attack vehicle in
Gaussian
service.
over here somewhere. Let's do an attack move.
Light attack vehicle online.
Keep the lines clear.
Send your message. Prep for mobilization. What if we encounter hostiles?
Open fire.
Copy that.
Light attack
And we're going to
vehicle in
deploy
service.
quite a few turrets here.
Attack vehicle marked on approach.
We'll do what needs to be done.
Tracking armored craft on approach.
Okay, that's
Armor ready.
helpful.
Underway. Cruiser reading. Roger.
Move out.
Confirmed.
Brenner copies.
Rachel, just guard the cruisers.
CU's exhausted.
That scanner's not doing well.
Base
We've
runner here.
detected something. Can you confirm visual?
Yeah, this should be okay.
Salvager ready.
We have 6 salvagers. That's decent.
Go for armor. Copy.
Intercept those raiders. We cannot afford to lose another sensors post.
Reading.
I've commenced the scan.
Alert issue.
Strike craft taking effective fire.
Fighters are not ready at all.
Op ready. Receiving.
LAVs pull back. You're alone.
Capisi copy. Alert. LAV down.
Control group 1 designated.
Green line confirmed.
Move over here. Let's see, 4 railguns, 9 armored vehicles, and 9.
Unidentified contact. Designate as hostile.
Okay.
Reading.
PC, it's fighter time.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Hostile light attack vehicle detected.
Support ready. New coordinates verified. Reporting.
How many turrets do we have here? 8 turrets, perfect.
25% complete. Hang in there.
And our strike fighters are doing what they're supposed to.
Go ahead.
This game is just eye candy. This landing sequence is fantastic.
Support cruiser under attack. Immediate fire support on that position. Spectral printouts as you take it apart. Hostile strike craft down. Light attack vehicle is under fire.
What's going on here? Oh, just a fight, no big deal.
Waiting for eyes on to authenticate.
Look at that landing.
Enemy production cruiser sighted. Engage and destroy.
They even got the landing gear.
A sensors post is taking fire.
You didn't see that?
One of our
The carrier has no insides.
Fire.
Turrets. What do we got here?
Runner, go ahead. Hostile armor eliminated.
I underestimated the power of turrets. Okay, let's get these base runners up ahead
Verified.
to fortify this position here.
On our way. Ready for command. Green line confirmed.
Otherwise, let's intercept this group.
Everyone ready.
The data we've already collected is amazing.
Strike craft destroyed. Hostile light attack vehicle visually authenticated.
Bam! Owned.
Set new heading.
Okay, Rachel, you're gonna be a tank for a minute while I get into position.
Green line confirmed.
Capisi, fighter support, please.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Attack vector dialed in. We're in the pipe.
Go for armor. Coordinates confirmed.
Pull back, they have the high ground.
New heading set.
Rachel is taking fire.
I have the high ground!
Armor vehicle taking effective fire. The railgun is taking effective fire. Strike craft taking effective fire.
Scan at 80%. Just a little longer.
Alert.
Yeah, this is
Attack
definitely
vehicle destroyed.
not as much of an RTS as it is a tactics game.
Ready. Reposition.
Hostile detection.
Not a lot of base building going on. But it has its charm, I think. It's a welcome break from those kinds of mechanics.
Ready.
Boost!
Overdrive. Punch it.
Moving to fire. Target
Oh, look at that sick jump. Okay, I looked a little too close there.
That's it.
You don't want to see how the sausage is made.
Hostile strike craft down.
Go for orders. Send message. Copy. Coordinates set. Get this cruiser.
Enemy armor.
Guard the position.
Move to guard craft.
Alert. Support taking hostile fire.
Get us moving.
Let's see if our fighters are ready again. Pretty much ready.
Strike
Sending
fighter
them out.
coordinates dialed in.
Strike systems online. Ready to burn. Contact. Enemy armor.
Gotta protect those base runners. And I think we won't be able to do that.
Target locked.
Op ready.
Redirect the fighters.
Receiving. Okay. Down to
Sensors post.
Come on, base runners.
armor. Go ahead. Charge weapons.
Combat alert.
Armor
Support
zone
craft
approved.
lost.
Oh yeah. No, these LAVs, they get some
Contact. Engage.
gnarly airtime.
Post lost. Hostile craft in AO. Maneuver for visual confirmation. Strike craft.
Back on
destroyed.
planet, I keep a
Attack
few.
vehicle marked on
I keep a
approach.
replica
Got
motorcycle.
hostile sensors. Confirm.
Mostly ride it on roads, but one day, let me tell you, I'm gonna get a dirt bike, and then I will learn to get myself some sick air, like these lucky bastards get to.
Move order confirmed.
All right, let's
Green line confirmed.
destroy remaining Galcian
Round on
forces.
anything that moves out there. Runner.
Good,
Light
the
attack
scan's
vehicle
complete.
is under fire.
The PC can handle herself, I
Armored
think.
vehicle is taking fire.
Resource collectors
Hostile
are
recon eliminated. Moving.
essentially done here.
Hostile range craft destroyed. We got a railgun under fire.
This should be a turkey shoot.
Support ready.
All right, let's take care of this final group
New
here.
coordinates verified.
Attack move.
Destination marked.
We've got a salvager under fire.
Ooh! Tornado combat. That's not a good way to be.
Armor ready.
LAVs, get out of there. That's a little too hot.
Full speed.
Alert. LAV down.
Reporting.
Receiving.
Be advised.
Hostile lock.
Group 10 lost. Repeat. Group 10 lost. Enemy armor.
All right.
This is Rachel.
Alert. The carrier is taking fire. Rupture.
New heading set.
Oh, are you kidding me? You took out my resourcers? I wasn't even paying attention.
Get us moving.
Alright, Capisi, let's have some revenge here. Launch fighters.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
And there's the launch sequence. That's a lot of G-forces.
Hostile strike craft down. All hands.
Yeah. Kick PC, more like kick assy.
All stations accounted for, Captain.
Come on, girl.
Move through this hot zone. Hostile armor eliminated. Position.
Yeah, that's right. You run scared.
Push her through.
Galcian production cruiser thinks it could do us in.
All stations.
No.
Alert, alert. Carrier taking fire. Ahead full.
This scan is
Yep,
unusual.
factory, aircraft carrier, and I guess warship to some extent.
Cruiser destroyed.
Understood.
We do eventually get a cruise missile.
Thanks.
We have successfully completed our scan of the Kalash rack, but it may only be a matter of time before the Galcian carriers vector onto our position.
Let's build construction vehicles again. Resources, that is.
Intel, I fed the scan data into the computers and added my spectrum and IR readings. I'm heading back to the Capisi now.
Copy that. We're all eager to hear the results of your analysis.
I bet. You're gonna like this.
Personal log, Captain Roman Sajet, Expedition Carrier Capisi. These sandstorms are taking a toll on the old girl, but she's a hell of a ship. We're managing well, considering the haste with which we launched. Our lead science officer, Rachel, is analyzing the artifact we found. She's eager to take risks, which I wouldn't have wagered on after our first meeting. She's also driven as hell. She's giving the intelligence officer fits. My respect for her grows daily. As for the Galcian, their hover technology makes them faster and more maneuverable than our units. They're better equipped for desert conditions too, which is no surprise. But their hit-and-run tactics, which I've seen before, always leads to something much larger and more dangerous. It's only a matter of time before we are truly tested.
That's right, Captain. There's always going to be a head-on engagement. Alright, incident report. Anomalous site found. Science Officer Sajet investigating. Local Galcian forces have detected our presence. Heavy resistance expected. Alright. Let's see here. What's my local ship time, and what is the current recording time? And more importantly, how much brain matter do I have that hasn't melted into slag? Let's do that calculation real quick. Let me grab a pen and paper. Well, I think, for me to be functional, I'm hitting my functional limits, at least at the current moment, but I certainly hope to improve on my endurance, especially with these clicky games. Alright, let's move on to the chat screen. Back at the colony. Gonna have a nice relaxing walk around the park. Stretch our legs out, you know. Get out of this tank for the first time in, oh boy, it's been months at this point. It takes so long to get out, I don't do it very often. Anyhow, thank you all for coming by and watching a playthrough of Homeworld Deserts of Kharak. It's not a game for everyone, but I think it's definitely a beautiful game, and if you're into this kind of genre, it's an interesting enough modification that I think it's worth sinking some time into. And we haven't gotten into it yet, but the story does get a little more intense. Fantastic. And thank you for the raid, Roman. I definitely appreciate that. So before I have a critical existence failure with my brain. Oh, Corpse, hello. Thank you too. I appreciate that. Yeah, I guess both of us are sitting pretty inside of a fairly tight space. At least I can go and walk later on. Okay. Well, let me begin the termination of the jump node connection. Log out. Make sure the communications providers get my credits. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. I wish I had a little more to say right now, but I will in time. So I guess I'll call you my wingmates for now, but thank you for showing up. I wish you safe travels. I hope that pirates don't interdict you at the worst possible time. And, you know, may your fuel reserves be ever full. That's the one thing you can hope for in life. Let's go to our credit screen, because we should make sure the helpful people making these things possible are credited. In this case, it's my background music, which was done by Incompetech's Kevin MacLeod. Ah, yes. Here we go. Oops. Oh no, technical difficulties. Raid target! Okay! That's one thing I haven't done before. Does anybody have anyone in mind for a raid, perhaps? Let me see who is on my end. Ah, let's see. Oh, Picky appears to be on. Picky's always a hoot to watch. Her Viroid stuff was quite fascinating. So, how does one do a raid? This is probably something I should have figured out ahead of time. I am not beneath asking for assistance from the audience if anyone's got a little bit of experience on which command to use. Oh, /raid followed by the channel name. Okay. Thank you, much appreciated. Raid. Oh, I don't get text completion here. Let me make sure I don't misspell that. Okay. I think that's the raid command. Let's punch that in. Coordinates locked. Jump drives charged. All right, well, thank you everyone for attending. Hope you have a good time with Picky, and have a good one. Oh, that's how the countdown timer works. Raid message. We'll think of that another time, but for now, you're all freelancers. You know how to be creative. The flotilla. Yeah, we'll have to get creative later on. Let's see. Ah, there we go. There's a raid message. Give her a little bit of a scare. All right, there's the countdown timer. Well, thank you again, viewers. I hope you have a fantastic night, evening, morning, wherever you are. Fly safe!